Well, everyone, this is going to be like a quicker version of my tier list, which was going to be like an hour long. I think I'm just going to leave it as that, and I'm going to cut anything up. Probably going to cut it up for like 5-10 minutes shorter. But overall, this is my tier list. Well, the Halo series. I did include the arcade version because I never played it. I wanted to. I'm probably going to play it in the future. Spar and Salt 1 and 2. I'm going to play them in the future as well because I got Game Pass. I'm going to play it eventually. And this is my tier list right here. Master Chief Collection, God tier. Has all the Halos, anniversary mode, multiplayer in this game, godlike. Everything you want in this game, they made it better. At first, it was in development hell. Like the team did like try their best to work on it. It came out shit, but now it's golden. It's gold. I love it. Combat Evolve. You wake up and crawl asleep. It's like, what? Who am I? What am I? Oh, you're a super soldier. Oh, Master Chief at that. One of the best people. Like, oh, then he's like, go. You got to get out here. The Covenant's invading the ship. We gotta leave. You're killing all the Covenant. Da 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 da. You're a super soldier, man. You can't do shit. They can't do nothing to me. They go crash land on the Forerunner ring. Oh, cool. This Forerunner. Well, who the heck are the Forerunners? Story's amazing. And you just go, oh, the Forerunners created the rings. Like, what? They then out of nowhere, you meet up with the Covenant. Like, you meet the Covenant again. So, oh, the Covenant. Like, why are they invading us? Like, apparently, like within the Halo universe, at first, like they thought they were alone in the universe. Out of nowhere, the Covenant saw them, attacked them because they're unholy. There's like, oh, they're not part of the Forerunners. They were gods. You search like, okay, we gotta defeat these Covenant wherever they are. We gotta fight them, board the Covenant ship, and attempt to because Captain Keyes got kidnapped. We gotta save Captain Keyes. We gotta save our boy. Then search for the map, search for the map, all that stuff. Defeat the control room against wave after wave of Covenant troops. Assault, 3-for-3 skill spark where you go into the swamp. At first, it's actually quite creepy. I didn't play this game when it came out because I was a baby. I'm 23. I was born in 2001. I didn't play this like I played this recently when I was adult, but I wish I was able to play this when I was a child. Cause playing like I keep hearing stories like, oh, the first time you ever played the swamp, you don't know where you're going, secret invisible shield or overshield, one of them. Then you meet the flood. What's the flood? Your heart's pumping. I was like, what's happening? Oh, the flood can infect others. They can infect you. They're zombies, basically zombies. Then in the books, you learn that Master Chief, they're in this part. He was scared. He was shitting bricks because how scared of he was like towards the flood. Then library, you fight your way through the ancient security fund to find the index. React to the ring, but you learn the truth. The ring was meant to wipe out all sentient life, all life in a certain area, like in this area. I was like, oh, wait, you can't do that. Like, you're gonna wipe out all sentient life, including us. And the guilty smart, oh, you gotta do it anyway, or else I'm gonna turn it on myself. You can destroy the ring. Then he said, oh, we can deal with the flood another way. You call Schultz on the Keys. You gotta get our boy Keys from the Covenant ship because he got locked up. And then you escape from the Halo ring. Boom. Then Johnson's like hugging an elite out of nowhere. He's like, oh, we're gonna die. Let's hug it out, man. And the planet blows up, or the spaceship blows up near them. I was like, I don't know how Johnson survived. As Spartan 1, I just chalk it up as he's the Spartan 1, and he's the absolute G. He's the OG. And I love it. That's why I put it in at amazing in tier list. The campaign was amazing. Multiplayer was amazing. The engine, the lighting of it. Like, I'm a nerd for like all this stuff. Like the lighting of it, the animations. The original Xbox was one of the greatest consoles at the time. It was better than PC at the time. There's some games that were actually better on Xbox, the original one, than it was on PC. Combat Evolved was one of them. The lighting, the facial animation, not facial animation, like basically like the weapon movement, all the animation and stuff was amazing on Combat Evolved on the original Xbox. Then let's talk about Halo 2. Why did I put it on great? Well, it was stuck in development hell. Like they wanted more extra time on it, but they couldn't. They wanted actually a couple months or even a year to work on it. That's why they scrapped a couple of the missions. Why some of them were just plain out not good. overall, the story in it was amazing. You play as Master Chief and the Arbiter. At the beginning, you feel like, oh, for fellows such as this, no punishment is too great. That then the Arbiter became the Arbiter. He was punished for his deeds. Like Arbiter was basically a sacrificial lamb. Basically, you're like, oh, you gotta do this and stuff. That's why they placed him as that. Even though the Arbiter was actually a legendary piece of like knowledge, not knowledge, a warrior. He was a legendary warrior apparently to the Healy's nerd alert. Then we're going to Army suit to prepare for a battle. Station, defeat all that, Oscar, Metropolis. Then you become the Arbiter. You go into you go into the Forerunner facility, and you heresy within. And you discover, oh, why are we doing this and that? Kill the heretic leader. Prophet will be done. You're like, oh, we gotta kill the prophet now. Then we're Master Chief again. Oh, we gotta stand between you and Red. Get to work. We gotta do that. Oh, you gotta work together with the Covenant now. We gotta blow a hole into the doorway to kill the prophet. Oh, cool. Now nowhere. Quarantine zone. Oh shoot. Parachute. Like the floods hit back. It infected the High Charity. Chief enter High Charity. We gotta get off this ship. And the ship goes split space. It enters, goes to Earth. All that stuff. Then uprising. Blow the hole in the doorway. High Charity infected. Great journey. All that stuff. Then oh man, Halo 3. Why did I put Halo 3 on the amazing tier? On amazing. This is one of the first games I ever played on the Xbox 360. I have a whole bunch of memories in this game. I put it there based on nostalgia and the story. Multiplayer as well. This is one of the first games that I ever played. Like I said, I played with family. Mostly my brother, my cousin, who I highly respect. And this guy, it has to be one of my favorite games ever. The story was there. Apparently, they scrapped a couple of missions too. Like Halo 2 had the Juggernaut. If you mod it, you can mod it in on PC. I may do that eventually. But Halo 3, multiplayer was actually one of the few games that was basically like modding for consoles. Forge mode was amazing. Like all that stuff. If you played Halo 3 at its prime, Forge mode was one of the best things you can do on consoles at the time. Campaign beginning. You meet up with the Arbiter. It's like, oh, who's this guy? And like, we were just fighting him on second because the Chief didn't know we were allies with them for a bit. He's like, who's this Splitjaw? Apparently, Splitjaw is like a racial term towards the elites. Like the elites call the Marines imps, ODST. So I forgot what they call ODST, but demons were Spartans. Well, the first demon was Master Chief, our boy. Meet up with them, became friends. Then Crow's Nest. All of them's like, oh man, all the morale's down because we're being defeated by the Covenant. They're defeating us on our home turf on Earth. And the Chief walks in all proud and tall. He's like, that's Chief. Chief is alive. We're gonna beat him. We're gonna beat him. And all that stuff. We claim the city. Floodgate. Oh man, when the first time I ever played this game, Floodgate, and I was like, oh shoot, I was fucking scared. I was like 8 years old or something. I was like, oh man, I'm sharing my britches right now. What the hell is the flood? I was like, the flood can infect me? It's a zombie? It can infect me? Oh shoot. I'm scared. Then the Ark. Search the waste of the choreographer and stuff. And pretty memorable. Then the Covenant. Breach the barrier, solve the truth. That mission was like, oh wait, the Flood's our teammate now? Oh, bet. Like, oh man. Then at the end, you jump through the hoops. You could just skull. I remember that because I did a couple times where like to get the skull. I ended up getting like the Katana 1000 gamer score on Halo 3. Just get that little cosmetic armor piece. I'm an OG, man. Then Miranda Keys dies from a brute shot because she landed in there trying to save Johnson. Johnson was used because he was a human to unlock the index or the key. At this time, Cortana was taken away too. At the beginning, she was getting all rampant and stuff because she was nearing 10 years, I believe, or before she got crazy. Something, I don't know. I think that's a Halo 4 that she got rampant. Then Cortana trying to get her back. And the mission could have been better because apparently it was half the mission was scrapped. High Chariot was actually supposed to be in Halo 3 as well, but they scrapped it because development time. They didn't have enough time. Save Cortana. You go in there with Arbiter. No. I think Arbiter leaves. Then you go in by yourself. No, wait. Is it? No, I think you go in there with Arbiter. Now Arbiter leaves afterwards and go to Halo by yourself, or with Arbiter as well. Now all that scene at the end, we go in the defeat Guilty Sprite. Johnson died sadly. Rest in peace, my boy. Then all that badass scene where you go in the Warthog and go down, all that stuff. Oh man, every time I play that, I always flip my Warthog, get left behind. I was never able to complete it with teammates because I always flip the Warthog. Halo 3, it gets amazing because the campaign multiplayer was, oh man, it was just amazing. I loved it. Then let's talk about Halo Reach. Halo Reach, Noble 6, the Noble team. Oh man, all of them badass. Like first I saw, who's this guy? He's just like, who's this sparring? He's showing us no respect. Who's like, who's that guy? Oh, that's me. That's me. I'm playing as that guy. Then Covenant's attacking. It's like, oh, this is the first time the Covenant ever interacted with humanity. They're invading Reach. Go in, take out the enemy, all that stuff. Then you go in space. I was like, oh shit, we got a space fight. Oh, okay, let's go. Even if you can't tell, I love Halo so much. That's the main reason I got this guy. I got him for my desk, but I discovered that, oh, this is actually a really good pillow. It's soft too. This is actually the main pillow I use. The other ones, I don't use it anymore because it hurts my neck for some reason. I don't know. That pillow helps. Now on that tangent, you go in space, crash line or something like that, Exodus, all is not lost. Evacuate civilians from an occupied city. Save the humanity. Save them. It's like, oh, there's a Spartan. Oh, we can live. We're going to live because there's Spartan here. So save the civilians like a badass. New Alexandria. Provide air support. It was not my favorite mission. The Pillar of Autumn. You deliver Cortana to the Pillar of Autumn. Send it out. You're left behind. All your teammates were dead except for Kate. I think Kate is still like crawl sleep, even with her head blown out or blown brain out. It sucks how she got taken out by like a sniper out of nowhere because she was putting her helmet on her. Or no, she didn't have her shield on at the time, and she died. Well, technically she's not dead. Then Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf. Oh man. The first time I played, I was like, saw survive. I was like, oh no, don't tell me my guy's gonna die, is he? It was like, okay, survive for 10 minutes. Screen crack. A cutscene plays, and you see him be a badass Noble 6. I think that's his name, or Noble. And oh man, he's like, oh, he'd seek out 1, 2, 3, 3 leads. He got stabbed with the energy sword. Stabbed him with this knife. Got taken out. He's like, then you see the helmet just pans up, or the camera pans up, and you just see him in the background. Not in the background anymore. You just see him get killed. And just before he gets killed, he cuts away. I was like, my boy just died. My boy just died. And apparently the Covenant didn't want to kill him, or the elites didn't want to kill him by glassing the planet where he's out, and they were waiting until they defeat him because he's a warrior. He's like, the elites, like the Noble 6 pretty much earned the respect by being a warrior. Like, he survived. Apparently he survived for hours. For how long, but it's more than like 6 hours, I believe. And that's the main reason I picked Reach as amazing. Then Halo ODST. I gotta talk about this one right here. ODST, smooth jazz. Jazz alone, great. It didn't have the greatest mission because pretty much all of them. Halo 1, you're basically a faceless warrior, a super soldier that was enhanced by Oni to become the best of the best. They were kidnapped as children to become Spartans, and most of them didn't survive. You learn that while reading the books, but you basically were a faceless super soldier with not much story. You're basically a badass running around. Halo 2, there's more story. You're talking to Cortana more. Halo 3, Cortana got taken away, and she was pretty much the only companion you had for the longest time. She was basically your best friend. Halo 4, there's more character development, but right now we're going to be talking about ODST, smooth jazz. This is pretty much Helldivers before Helldivers. Apparently they were trying to make a Helldiver ODST type of game first, but Microsoft shot them down. I was like, it could have been big. It could have been huge, but they didn't do it. But you end up going to like dropping down, meeting with engineer. Apparently engineers were like positive creatures. Apparently this is what happened where one of the engineers on a spaceship were trying to give a humanity a gift as like, oh, I'm trying to be friendly toward you guys. Here's a craft that I created, but the brutes thought it was a telling them that, oh, I just created you a weapon that you can destroy humanity with. Nope. And after I heard that story, it was like being friends with Grunt too. I don't know what's his name, but it was a famous Grunt. And at that point, I was like, I can't kill engineers. Every time I play Halo Reach, I was like, I can't shoot them down, but I have to proceed with the mission. There's such a great, like, there's not much lore about them, but except for like their methane. I was like, oh man, there's such creatures, like they're just positivity, like there's just positive creatures. They're a sentient life. They're sentient as well. They're nice towards everyone, but they man. And this is where you meet Buck too. Oh man, Buck is amazing. I love that guy, and he became in Spartan 5 in Halo 5, which is sorry about that. I've already been talking for an hour, and I'm probably gonna post that all at once. Then you go to like all that stuff. You fight, fall back, aerial fight, and oh, it's not my favorite. Overall, the story is amazing. That's why I chose it as great for on the tier list. Halo 4. Halo 4, I guess say it's the story wise, it's amazing. Once you get an understanding even more, people hate on it because it wasn't Halo, which is understandable. It went from being a faceless warrior to something more. He basically went against humanity so he can protect a companion that he was pretty much best friends with, family at that. And you met that's the first time you ever meet the Forerunner, or meet like not Forerunners, Prometheans, the Didac. Whereas like, who the heck is the Didac? Why are they so powerful? All the missions were that it could have been better. Then the Cozer unlocked something in John's DNA to allow him to survive the Didac's blast, which kills the regular humans. Then you go like Composer died possession, all that Secret Chief and Cortana must destroy the Vise. Then at this point, Chief gets like Nova Bomb, and while like defeats the Didac, but he gets transferred to like somewhere else because he enters the portal thingy. Bomb. He meets with Black Team. He wipes out the Black Team. Will be heavily injured at that. I was like, what? You just defeat like Spartan 2 or 3s fairly easy. A squad of 4. Then at that time, you get the famous quote of, where is it, like Halo 4, like, don't make a girl a promise that you can't keep. I believe that's the quote. It's like, yeah, don't make a girl a promise you can't keep. And I was like, oh man, the story was amazing. Multiplayer was garbage. They were trying to be like COD. I was like, I can't do that. I was like, don't try to be a COD killer. It didn't work out. Because of story, playset's good. It's not meh because of the story. If the story wasn't good, the gameplay of it was good, and I didn't like the abilities much. I was like, well, you actually use that ability to run? Like, what? So I put it in good just because of story. It wasn't meh, like I said, just because of story. Halo 5 was complete dog shit. Like, in the trailer, he was supposed to be nomad, try to explore everything, was like a little fancy, or not fancy, like a messed up cape. A trash cape also, but he didn't do that. Osiris is pretty much the first players you meet up or become with them. Buck was the main reason I like Osiris, one of the characters. Spartan 5s, which are now as powerful as Spartan 2s. But at one point, like, and on the scenes, like, oh, he faces against John, and John was struggling. How does Spartan 2 struggle against a Spartan 5? Which, while they have a superior armor, Spartan armor, compared to them. I was like, what? It didn't make sense. At one point, I forget who it was, one of the superior officers told him to give up Cortana because she was rampant at the time. Like, pretty much, like, you get introduced to Blue Team as well. I'll come back to Cortana in a bit. They're introduced with Blue Team, all this stuff, like, you get introduced to them, but you don't learn about them. It's like, what? I want to learn more about the Blue Team. Like, in the game, I don't want to read the book and learn about them. Like, teach me some things. Like, just throw in dialogue randomly. Like, have them have conversations in between while missions. And it sucks that you can't even play 2 players, like co-op. like with you and a buddy. That's the main reason I don't like it. And the missions were like, not that good. Like not memorable. At one point, like there's two hub points where you can actually interact with like NPCs. Like, oh cool, you can interact them. It didn't matter to the story in the slightest. I was like, come on, it fleshed it out more and make it more more enjoyable. But I put it in meh, not in bad or garbage, because the story was actually quite well if you understood it. It was basically John after a Halo 4, he's becoming more of a human instead of some robotic soldier. He took a chance, went against his own kind, so he can get Cortana back, while his teammates, the blue team, helped him out because they're practically like family. Sorry, team, they can go fuck themselves. Except Buck. Buck's a badass. Then let's see, go to the breaking where I think Dada comes back, but Cortana starts controlling him for some. I forgot the reason. Then Cortana controls the Guardian, and she flashback to not flashback. She goes to the Spartan 5 headquarters where they train the Spartans, Spartan 5s, and blows them up. So there's next generation of Spartans gone, most of them gone. Then she goes to transport to Halo Wars location in the universe. And boom, boom, Halo Wars is like part of the Halo universe. With Jerome, cool. Jerome like on the right side, hitting a hitting with the steel chair against the flood, which is a meh as well. Halo Infinite as well. Halo Infinite's all meh. Like I put it on meh because the campaign flushes them out even more. And most important scene in Halo 5, it has to be this one right here.
We all fail. We all make mistakes. It's what makes us human.
I'm sorry, Chief, but how have you ever failed?
And that's probably the main reason why I placed it like a meh. I'm probably gonna place it like good, just because of the story. That quote alone, it basically tells you that even as the top of the top, peak of humanity, that everyone makes mistakes, you fail, but in the end of the day, you're just human. A human that can get back up, just like John did, and go against Atriox. He was alone in the fight. He had one other person with him who was supporting him all the way. And he could have ran away if he wanted to, but he chose to stay and fight him against him. He went against a whole army by himself and defeated him, which is one of the best. Like, he went all against all odds. But the gameplay, it was horrible. Like, seriously, there's like outposts. The outpost wasn't a good thing. I didn't like it. There's like checkpoints where you can actually transport, or you can actually warp to other places. And there's actually variants of the weapons were pretty cool, but they didn't flesh out the characters they took them from. Like, what the hell? It was like that, but there's actually one memorable scene where you meet up with the Spartan 5. It's like, John, you're alive? It's like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to live, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Then Andre's like, please kill him. It's like, please help. Like, he killed them all. Like, there's something about all about that. It's like heartwarming. He's like, don't worry, I'll do it. I don't think he said all that. He just looked down and was like, you just watch another Spartan die in front of you, like on your hands. So, like, story wise, it's that good. Multiplayer at the beginning was horrible. It was one of the worst Halo releases ever. It was horrible, but it actually came back and was actually one of the great good games. Still now, it's dying because the snowball engine was one of the worst things they could actually do about it. They could just want you. I think they're actually switching to Unreal Engine 5 and Halo Studios. They changed their name. Like, you may be hating on me because I put Halo Infinite on good tier, just because of that. Like campaign was it was one of the greatest campaigns. But the gameplay was horrible. That's what plays it on good. I put it on good. Another reason is multiplayer. Multiplayer got so much better in a couple of years. It had went through development hell where it gave them an extra year and a half to even complete it, because they couldn't release with the release of the Series X. Even then, there was a couple bugs in it, latency issues, packets lost. At some points, I had a whole bunch of glitches where I couldn't even load into the matches at the beginning. Like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna place it right next to Halo 5, because the issues I had in multiplayer. I'm basing this on multiplayer and Halo, like multiplayer and campaign. Basing it on Halo. What is Halo? Then Atari Halo 2600. I believe this is the original Halo, where it was basically alpha build of the alpha build of Combat Evolved, where it's third person. It was pretty much Halo Wars before it was Halo Wars, where it was like it was like you're a third person view controlling this soldier, the Spartan, and you have like two objectives complete, like get the flag wherever. Overall, it was good. Gameplay was good. No story. It was alpha build. It was just the demo. Then Halo 1 and 2, Halo Wars 1 and 2, I say it's actually a pretty good game. I played both of them, but only got about a quarter of the way or halfway through. And like I mentioned, Jerome's the main character of these two games, and he's a badass, I gotta say. And like I mentioned before, like in the comic book, I believe, where he smacked a Flood Spore, not a Flood Spore, some Flood variant with a steel chair, and people keep bringing it up in the Halo subreddit. I hope you enjoy my tier list. Halo Convolve Godly, because I have all the Halos. You can play them all in one. Or you can play on PC. You can mod it like crazy. You have all the Halo set for like 4, 5. But one day they'll do it, hopefully. And hopefully they remaster Halo 3. And Combat Evolved, amazing, because the story was an introduction to the story. Halo 3, nostalgic, like I feel so nostalgic about it. Like it's the first Halo I ever played. Like it's like one of the few games I ever played as a kid that I actually fairly enjoyed. I understood it, like the reasoning why he did all this for humanity's sake. Multiplayer was amazing too. I loved it. Halo Reach, Noble 6. He basically saved humanity. It wasn't for him, protecting Cortana is sending to the Pillar of Autumn, Chief wouldn't save humanity. Basically, it was a great story. Amazing because story, gameplay was amazing. Assassinations, I can't forget about that. Halo 2, story is great, but it could have been better. Development with issues. ODST, I plays it great because of the story. You're a human fighting against Covenant. A normal human, an average guy, size of a grunt. Halo 4, great story. Could have been better. I placed it good because of the story alone. Multiplayer wasn't that good. It could have been better. Halo 26, I believe that I think that's not Halo. I believe that's actually the game alpha build of Combat Evolved, which I actually played it. It was quite good. I'm probably getting up recording and just playing around. Halo War 1, 2, I explained it was good. I love Jerome. He's a great character. Halo 5, it could have been better. The story was amazing, but it wasn't fleshed out enough for me. Like the characters weren't fleshed out. Like the blue team, you just talk to them like, oh, you're the team with on Halo, like with Master Chief. And he went against humanity to go save a rampant AI that he cared about, and she basically protected him by using her remaining energy. Well, at that time, he assumed. You sacrificed herself to protect him in Halo 4 to save him from the Didac from being blown up by Nova Bomb. She used Heartlight to save him. Halo Infinite, story was amazing, but it could have been better. The development was I know it was the issue with the Snowball engine. That's the main reason. Like I said, they switched to the Unreal Engine 5 to make it even better. Like, and I believe they're remaking Halo 1 under Unreal Engine 5, which hopefully it comes out good. And I hope you enjoy my tier list. I'm probably just gonna upload this as is. Like, sorry for my voice. I actually been talking for a long time today. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know why I'm getting the sniffles from just talking a lot. I guess I'm getting sick or my feet are cold. But this is my tier list. Hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Bye. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, everyone.